So without further ado, please welcome Tony Calcina.
Thank you, Carl. It's who you know. If you want some Coke, Carl has it at the front. And by the way, this is my coffee in case it gets too boring. I have 20 minutes, I think, to present this to you. Otherwise, we delay Bollywood. So I'll try to stick to the 20 minutes and see what happens. Now, the topic I have is actually quite exciting for me. It's quite exciting because it's an area that all of our presenters have hinted at throughout today. It's about empowering the customer, understanding the customer, giving the customer the tools and capabilities they need. I still resonate with what Joseph said about innovation doesn't belong to us or the telecom industry, it belongs to the customers, the end users. They innovate. I mean, there are a lot of messages that hopefully will be brought together by this presentation and will continue to into tomorrow, I guess into our workshop in the afternoon. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about customer management. Now, we've had CRM systems and other trouble ticketing systems for generations now. But what I'm talking about is a little more advanced than that, and I'll get into that later in the conversation. I think as the abstract in your documents show, this is going beyond understanding network to understanding customer. We've spent a lot of time in the network understanding topology and behavior and coming up with great tools that empower people who operate networks. We've spent little time understanding customers and their topology and their behavior and mapping that to what they need. And I think this is what we're getting at, and this will be the main theme of this presentation. We've been empowering the people in network operations, in engineering and in marketing with tools and capabilities to show how great or not the network is performing. How are we now empowering the end customers? And I think our whole industry, OSS, BSS, is now moving up the food chain to empowering the end customers. And to do that, you need to understand them, you need to measure them, you need to predict what they might do, you need to influence what they're doing. Now, we have done things in loyalty, we've done things in policy management. I believe, and through this presentation, and in particular through this paper, that it's a bigger game, it's a bigger play. Now, this is an analyst report. It was led by Carl, entitled Service Operations Center, an Essential Necessity. And it has some of our customer case studies there. But the theme is what I'm going to present in the next 20 minutes. It's the theme, and if you want a copy of that paper, please come and see us at the exhibition stand next to the coffee, and we'll be delighted to give you a copy, a soft copy. But I'm going to cover the essence of that paper. Now, the paper looked at a number of our customers around the world, and I guess the message today is the feedback we're getting from them. Fine, you've done a lot of stuff in the network, move up the food chain, help us to empower our end customers. And Telstra Clear will be the case study I'll end with at the end of this presentation. So what am I going to cover? Well, 4 major things, and I think on average 5 minutes each. The trend is about customer empowerment. The challenge is, well, how do you automate it and how do you monetize it? And I think we've been doing that quite in great details in the last few hours. And then, of course, the opportunity. What's the opportunity for us as an industry? And then some case studies that possibly show the way. So we're not going to pretend today that we have the way. We think there's a way there. There's a light there, but you know, it could be something heading straight for us. We're not sure. So they're the 4 areas, 5 minutes each. Let's see what happens. Customer empowerment. Now, as a result of the analyst report, I've extracted some things to summarize today. So this is like a revision. You've seen this now 5 times. So this is the 6th. ARPU's going down, but this is interesting. You haven't seen this one. The little blue line there is the amount of broadband traffic on mobiles. And the big orange one is what we use at home with wireline services. A lot of it is coming from wireline, but it's not well monetized. A lot of the money is coming out of the little blue guy. So that's very well monetized. And I think I'm paying for it right now as we speak, because I've left this on international data roaming. I'm very worried by the shock I'm going to get when I get back. So if anyone knows what I can do, please let me know. And I live in Australia. We don't have any laws like you guys in the EU. So that's interesting. Look at the blue. And that's the one that's going to be, I guess, easiest to monetize. Now, you've seen this one too. Dislocation between revenue and bandwidth. So that's major. That's hence the problem with monetization. But have you seen this one? This is what some people call the telecom industry. Give you a hint of what we'll be releasing in Nice. It's called Marketplace, and it's effectively the showpiece on top of an OSS. It brings OSS and BSS together to create a community of reselling capability that links into WAC, plus allows innovation from the end customer, plus the services that you link with that innovation and application to create some new value. That was just another plug. Second plug in my whole presentation. No more, I promise. And of course, there's a picture of a happy customer, very important to show you. And a little bit more on us, but enough of me. So let me thank you.